Kevin, will the president fire cabinet members this morning?
Good morning, Tom. I can tell you that last night, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, White House press secretary, pushing back against reports that General H.R. McMaster was on the outs. This, of course, following reports from originally the Washington Post that stated otherwise. But look, to your point, last night I spoke with a source in the intelligence community who told me that everyone in that world is operating under the assumption that anyone could go at any time. There's no debate that the relationship has become fraught, putting it mildly, between the president and the general.
Do you believe the president and his staff dictated to Ambassador Haley her strong comments yesterday, or was that unilateral, and is Kevin Cirilli waiting to hear from the president on Moscow and these issues?
A little bit of both. This was without question, from the president's standpoint, when he specifically noted the incident going on in the UK, a very aggressive rhetoric, but it was also the shortest time period that we've seen with the president responding directly to Russia, basically in real time. Now, the sanctions that were put forth yesterday, again, according to folks on Capitol Hill, they were greeted with a sigh of relief by Democrats, including Senator Chris Coons, a member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, a Democrat from Delaware, saying it's about time was really the thinking up on Capitol Hill. But still, those sanctions, there is still a lot more room for this administration to put pressure on Russia, particularly with their international relationships around the world. Case in point, Saudi Arabia. Nothing about those sanctions, for example, would impact the Saudi relationship with Russia.
Kevin, what I keep on hearing over and over is the fact that Rex Tillerson is no longer in the Trump administration is actually quite worrying for Russia because he understood Russia. He was not all the time for Russia, but he understood the complexities. Kevin, do you feel that there is an understanding in the White House that they need to address this?
Good morning, Francine. There's no question that Secretary Tillerson, given his private sector experience and his dealings with Russia in the private sector, did bring as part of his experience, and it was part of the reason he was brought onto the administration, an understanding of that particular region. That said, the sources that I talk with suggest that CIA Director Mike Pompeo brings with him a new set of experience, notably with his time as a former congressman and, of course, in the intelligence community. So I don't get the sense, Francine, to be quite blunt, that folks are concerned that people don't understand the geopolitics in Russia. But I will say that yesterday's round of sanctions, particularly are being, with regards to who was targeted, is being interpreted as an understanding on behalf of the administration that Bob Mueller's investigation, while expanding in scope, parts of it the administration feels are accurate because a lot of those folks who were sanctioned yesterday were wrapped up in the Mueller probe and their indictments.